We're rolling, are we? You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we've been playing a lot of them, and now they are finally in Australia after a fairly mammoth trip around the world. MGMT. Andrew and Ben, gentlemen, welcome to Australia.
Hi. Thank you.
Apparently, you've kicked off in Perth, and it went a little bit nuts. What happened?
I don't know. It was a cool, amphitheater, and everybody was standing up and dancing. Nothing too.
Well, there were also like groups of 15 people who were like jumping the fences all at once and running in opposite directions to escape the security guards, and people lighting off fireworks from the crowd.
A couple of flare
crazy.
guns or something.
Yeah, right. Gate rushing. It's a good tactic to get into a festival. You get about 20 mates together. You
Yeah, it
always
was good.
figure we
Good-
can't all
had a
get
good
caught.
chance.
Yeah. You ever do that at a festival yourselves?
No,
Never.
no.
I don't like to run.
Was that the only motivation behind that?
What?
You weren't worried about getting caught. You just didn't want to run.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, tell us a little bit about the year that's been. Has it just been incredible? Traveling around the world, playing show after show, seeing a lot of different countries. Is it, was it all a bit to take in?
It's been weird.
It's been very overwhelming,
Mm.
and it's hard to think that it's gonna stop because we're so used to being in a different city every day and constantly traveling and stuff. But yeah, pretty soon 3 more shows.
There you go.
Yeah, to relax.
And then what are you doing?
Vacation.
Lying down for a while.
Yeah,
Getting in the fetal position?
yeah. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna eat a lot of pizza, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna like find random buses and just like go on them and sleep on them, just because
That's
it's
gonna be strange.
the only thing I know how to do.
Yeah.
Sleep on a bus.
And just wait for it to go around in circles. Yeah. And stop intermittently.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then maybe just play,
Mhm.
to people at bus shelters. You know?
Yeah.
You got to keep it pattern,
Why don't you care what I'm doing?
And in the last 6 months, were there moments, or in the last year, where you looked at each other and you thought, how did things get to this point? Was there a moment where you went, this is so ridiculous, I can't even believe it's happening?
Yeah, multiple times. Coachella was probably one of the first big ones. It was our first big festival we've ever played,
Mm.
and it was like 5,000 people. And that was really strange. And then Glastonbury, things like David Letterman, TV shows are always strange.
Mm.
Yeah, we've had a lot of.
Was that a surreal
Good
moment for
times.
you, being on Letterman and going, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah, definitely. Because it was pretty early on,
Mm.
and not many people really knew about us yet. We were really nervous, and we played some Doors song at the end of the song.
So did it get to the point where even Letterman was going, what are they doing here?
Yeah, he was
He
like
said, like-
afterwards. He was
Just
just
like that was interesting.
that was it. Yeah, he's like that was interesting.
Now, you're in the country with a few band members. So you've turned this into, just the two of you, into how many people you're touring with now on stage?
5-piece.
Yeah. And how'd you find them? Did you have to screen them quite meticulously to make sure they didn't give you the shits after a while on tour?
They're just friends of ours.
Yeah.
They're not like studio musicians or something. I think that would almost guarantee that we wouldn't get along if we just like found random studio musicians to tour with us.
Mm.
Yeah, they're all good dudes.
And what about yourselves? Making sure you keep a bit of sanity. You're doing interviews together, you're playing together, you're traveling together. Even the closest married couple can, start to get the threads a bit bare. Are you coping all right, living in each other's pockets?
I think we're doing all right.
We all live. Yeah, we live together very well.
Is there any annoying habits?
Yeah, lots of them. But
Andrew
can't
hates
do anything
chewing
about it.
noises.
I hate like all little tiny clicking, smacking noises, which being on a bus, like, it's just full of it.
Who's making them?
I mean, I don't want to call anybody out, but there's some loud chewers on here. Not Ben. Ben's pretty good. He's got good control. I'm gonna say Billy, our sound guy, is probably the loudest chewer.
Mm.
Tim's pretty loud too.
Tim's pretty loud.
Ben, did you have to learn to chew quietly though, just to make sure Andrew didn't blow his
No,
stack?
I've always been a quiet chewer.
That's not something you can learn either, You've either got it or you haven't. Hey, you know, I've read a bit, and people kind of know about the fact that you guys got together in college. But what were you actually studying when you were at college? What were you there for? What was your aim when you went into college?
We both wanted to be scientists, and we came out musicians.
Yeah.
What sort of science?
I wanted to get into astronomy. BIM was like astrophysics. No. Quantum theory. Some really crazy stuff.
Is that right? Quantum theory?
Yeah.
Did you learn a lot of quantum theory? Or you just went, no, screw this, I'm starting a band?
I don't know. I forgot how to do math. So.
Since you left college or since you joined MGMT?
No, since I
Touring.
since I went to
Yeah.
college. When I got there, I realized that I couldn't do math anymore. So
Just in that short period?
yeah.
Wow. That would have made it difficult. Was that the catalyst, do you think, in making, you know?
What,
It's
that BIM
colla-
couldn't do math?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought about that too much.
Now, I guess, you know, those first few songs. Is Time to Pretend one of the first songs you wrote? Is that correct?
It was
Sort of.
earlier.
After
but-
we had been making music for 2 years, maybe.
Mm. And I get the idea that for a lot of those early songs you were writing, you were just, you know, making songs that would make you laugh or, you know, would kind of, you know, excite people or maybe offend them. Were there any early on that you thought, oh no, we can't ever release that. That is so raw and so edgy and so offensive.
None
That,
of
it
that,
was-
that will
it
be our
wasn't-
personal in-joke.
It wasn't edgy.
Yeah, it was
We
like
don't write edgy
it
songs.
was like innocuous to the point of like just being disgusting. Like we were making these pop songs that were about like going to the beach and like dinosaurs, and they're just like gross. Like I don't know. I can't explain it, but they won't ever be released. I don't think.
No. But there must have been a few you thought this is absolute gold, but it will only ever make
We have
sense
one song
to us.
called "He's Got a Lot of Stuff," which could make an appearance on the next album, but it's just about this guy. He's got a lot of stuff. But it could also be like one of those things like, oh, it sounds like, you know, the Pusher Man,
Yeah, right.
drug dude. But that's not what we meant, you know. It's more like this guy's got like boxes of random stuff.
Yeah, he just collects shit.
Yeah.
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 Is that a worry? So you do you have to worry about that? People interpreting, you know?
Yeah, well, people love it. That's the go-to, you know. What's that song talking about? Oh, drugs, probably.
It's weird because we don't like analyze our own music or think that much about all of the implications of it or anything, and people do it for us.
Yeah, we try not to think about implications too often,
Yeah.
which can cause problems.
Because people like overanalyze or infer stuff about the songs.
Yeah,
They
just,
sometimes they think that we're smarter than we are and that we actually know what we're doing.
yeah, that one we let them run with that one.
Dude, we're not that smart. He can't even do maths, you know.
People think we know, like, yeah, we're completely in control of everything. And
So that song, Guy with a Lot of Stuff, what's that about?
it's really deep. You probably wouldn't understand it if we
Yeah.
tried to explain it.
A guy with a lot of stuff. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Fair enough.
Big man upstairs.
For some reason or another, and I'm sure you found this reaction in Perth and in the rest of the world, but Australia, because we've had, I guess, the longest wait for you guys, there's a frenzied anticipation
Mm-hmm.
on the shores. Does that feel like there's a bit of pressure, or you just can't wait to see what Aussie audiences are going to dish up for you?
We don't feel too much pressure. Look, he's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
I dressed up today for press.
Did you?
Yeah.
What would you normally be wearing?
T-shirt.
I love that jacket.
Yeah, thanks. This is a lot. Someone gave this to us down here.
Do they? Yeah. As like, welcome to Australia at the airport. Hey, welcome to
Yes.
Australia. Here's a nice jacket.
Here's your Australia jacket.
Did you get an Australia jacket, Ben?
No.
Well, you had the option of having one,
I
but you
don't-
didn't want
I
it.
don't wear jackets.
That's the beauty of the Welcome to Australia jacket. Not mandatory. And I think that's a real pattern for how you get treated out here.
Yeah.
Here's something awesome. Don't have to have it if you don't want to.
That's
know?
cool.
I